Rise and shine, gamers. It's your boy Rise, and today we're looking at 3 different mice that you can pick up for just around $60. I'm going to start off with the Z1 wireless. Then we're going to talk about the Ajazz Aj199. And then we're going to look at the Dragonfly F1 Pro Max. So let's dive into the review. I'm going to talk about why I like one of them. We're going to talk about if you should try one, if you should pick one up. So let's dive in, let's get it, and let's go. All right. Right here, you have 3 mice that you've never heard of. All can be picked up from MechKeys, and MechKeys has been a popular topic in the recent months because, well, the mice scene, the gaming mouse peripheral scene is hella dry at the moment. I think the latest thing I bought was the Kovacs and the EC3, which that was sent out to Nacho to get custom because that is a hella good small ergo mouse for small hands. Not smaller than my hands though. If you have smaller hands than me, which I have 16x9, do not get the EC3 because that thing is going to be too big for you. But off the back, all 3 of these mice feel very good for small hands, right? First, we're going to talk about the Z1 wireless. So you can find this on MechKeys for about 35 to 40 bucks. It has a back end which you can take off, replace it with a translucent one, slide that back in there. I'm just going to leave it there because I don't feel like taking it back off. No, I'm kidding. Bada bing, bada boom. And there you go. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh, wow, that looks just like the Orochi or the Aria. Yeah, it looks similar, right? But it feels completely different, especially in my hand. I am super picky, once again, when it comes to mice because I have small ass hands. In hand, the left hand side is great, but the right hand side is awful. I don't understand these other companies that are making such awkward shapes if they're making small mice, right? I don't get it. So I'm going to try to trace it for you guys to get you like a little scenario. The side dips in and out. So it's basically like a slope. And it's going to try to lock your fingers in. But when I use this mouse, so when I'm using it, this is how I'm holding it. And the right hand slope is actually hitting my ring finger. And it's just the most annoying feeling in the world. Because one, when you try to fingertip it, you're also feeling that right hand side. And it's just awkward. It's just awkward to feel, and it's not my favorite thing to be feeling in hand when I'm using a mouse. It's just like you're literally holding a mouse and you're forced into a grip to where it's going to work for you, which if you're forcing a grip, the mouse probably isn't for you, right? You should be able to throw your hand on a mouse, pick it up, and go with it, right? Now, the Z1 compared to the Orochi, I'm going to tell you right now, get the Orochi, save your money on the Z1, because the Orochi is a much better egg shape for small hands. This is probably the perfect small hand egg shaped mouse, in my opinion. Left hand side feels hella good, right? Right hand side doesn't have a slope. It's nice and rounded, so you're not getting the forced grip that the Z1 is trying to give you. Now, the Z1 sensor placement is to the far right. Now, in-game, it doesn't feel any different than a normal sensor. I didn't notice anything different. The skates are, they're all right. I mean, it's on glass, doesn't feel bad, you're good to go. Weight balance between the Orochi and Z1, way off. The Z1 feels a lot heavier. Not by a lot. That thing keeps falling on me. Nice. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. But the Z1 feels heavier than the Orochi because of, in my opinion, how the sides dip in so much, forcing more of the weight to be more compact. And I don't know, it just feels more of like a rock to me. And the Orochi feels a lot more pleasant to use. So, right off the back, go with the Orochi over the Z1. Don't even worry about this. Next mouse. The Dragonfly. It's not a fry. The Dragonfly F1 Pro Max. You get this on MechKeys. This you can get for about, I think it was around $50 to $60, because this is their 4K newer MC Nordic chip, and that's it. But they don't have the 4K dongle out, which is kind of weird that they still sell the mouse without the 4K dongle. But I mean, I don't make the rules. Shape-wise, small hands. The sides are phenomenal, right? I love the sides. You can flail it around. It doesn't force you into a grip. But where this mouse is super awkward with is the comfort grooves. You can see it here. The comfort grooves are so angled to the scroll wheel. It is just, it's weird. Now, I don't know what I can actually compare this mouse to, because I've never felt a comfort groove this awkward. But you kind of have to place your finger more towards the left, which I don't like, because I usually have the mouse kind of at an angle in my hand. So my finger is literally placed right where that comfort groove hits, near the scroll wheel. Where if this was flipped, then maybe it would be a lot better shape. But this whole thing is just, the whole clicks just don't do it for me. Both sides. It feels like I'm on a hilltop, right? And it is not it. I don't know what they did with this mouse. I don't know why they chose that. But save your money again and just get a different shape, because it's going to probably be more enjoyable than whatever they did with this. Now, I'm not telling you guys to, like, not pick anything up, right? Because right here, we have the Ajazz Aj199, which I got this on Amazon for about $55, because it was going to be faster shipping. But on AliExpress, you can actually pick this up. I think it's 35 something on AliExpress. And shipping might only cost about 10, 11 bucks, maybe even less, which is, it puts this mouse around 45. This is, in my opinion, the best MechKeys mouse that I have right here on my desk. Why? Because the comfort grooves work. They are perfect for my grip, right? It's small, and it feels like a shorter Hottie S Plus, in my opinion. The biggest downside on this mouse, though, are the side button coating. It's like a waxy feeling, right? And these skates. If you watched prior reviews, I threw this in there talking about how shit the skates were. They're bad. But I have third-party skates from AliExpress coming, and I have a speed and a fast. I don't know what or ice version coming. So I'll be able to test those out on this mouse, because I can tell you that this is one of my favorite shapes that I've used, right? Because it feels like the Hottie S Plus, and this has a 3395, and it is a tank build. The clicks are nice. I haven't had any issues double clicking. The scroll wheel is nice and smooth. No mush on the side buttons. USB-C for about $45. Like, this blows the Hottie S Plus out of the water, because I know the classic edition's like $119. Fraction of the price, man. And it's crazy, because I do recommend a lot of people trying this mouse. Now, software wise, all three of these use their own software. The Z1 uses, it's basically the same software as the Vancer mice, but you got to download it from the Zao World website. Dragonfly, it was a pain in the ass to actually find. You got to go on MechKeys, go through the whole download thing, find the Google form. That was annoying. The Ajazz, just got from their website, downloaded it based on the model number. And make sure, if you do purchase this, make sure you turn off the enhanced pointer precision, because that's automatically turned on in the software. When I first got the mouse, I was like, what the hell is wrong with this thing? That was turned on by default. But when you turn this off, that's where this mouse shines. So out of all three MechKeys mice that you can buy on MechKeys, this Ajazz Aj199 is definitely a recommended mouse for me if you have small hands. And I think this mouse is long wise, I think it's 118 or 119. So it's like, it's pretty much perfect for small hands. And you can use any grip, you can palm it, you can fingertip it, claw, however you want to do it, it just works. Now, all three of these mice, yeah, you can obviously save your money, get a better mouse, in my opinion, small-handed mouse. This right here is the perfect small-handed shape mouse on the market, if you ask me. Such a a safe shape for you that you'll like it if you have small hands. I'm guaranteeing it at that point. But there you have it. 3 mice from MechKeys, only one that reigns supreme over all of them. And that's all she wrote. So rise up, love you guys, God bless, and we'll see you for the next review.